政界
Rebirth of the Malicious Empress of Military Lineage, Chapter 139, Heart-Jumping. For several continuous days, the Ding capital was very calm. In the residence of the Qin Crown Prince, Princess Ming'an had also paused for a few days. Other than strolling around in the Ding capital streets, she did not do anything else. However, it only appeared so on the surface, but it was not necessarily the case in private. Over in the mansion, Princess Ming'an's appearance was as charming as she wore a golden red gauze dress, and she was taking a bite of preserved fruits from a plate in front. Opposite her, there were two official-like person that were kneeling. These two person were insulted like this by Princess Ming'an, but there was no anger at all in their expressions. These two was none other than the two Shu sons of the Marquis of Linen, Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhao. Ever since Zi Jingxing's news, Zi Ding had no mood to handle government affairs, and passed on his power to his two Shu sons and let them battle in the court. Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhao did not have low abilities, and currently they were working under Prince Ding. Even though Prince Ding did not value them greatly, he developed them as people that he could potentially use in the future. Thus both of them hoped to make some achievements. If one were to say what were Zi Changwu's and Zi Changzhao's resentment, it was that even though Zi Jingxing was dead and there was no descendants of Princess Yu Jing, Zi Ding refused to elevate Madame Feng's status. Without elevating Madame Feng's status, both of them would only have the position of Shu sons. Now Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhao were in a rush to gain achievements, so that when they were able to reach a certain level of meritorious service, they would be able to force Zi Ding to change their status to D sons. Even it was for the sake of the Marquis of Linen's residence, he could only do so. The only reasons as to why they appeared in the residence of the Qin Crown Prince was also because of Fu Ziyuyi's instructions. Fu Ziyuyi currently had the intention to have good relations with the Qin Crown Prince, and also wanted to reach some kind of agreement privately, so naturally one would need to spend some effort with Huang Fu Hao's blood younger sister, Princess Ming'an. Thinking that Princess Ming'an might not be familiar with the Ding capital, he then sent Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhao over. Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhao were Fu Ziyuyi's people in secret, and normally their tasks were to accompany higher-ranked officials, thus others would not be surprised to see both of them flattering Princess Ming'an. As Princess Ming'an had a violent temper, these days Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhao had to suffer a lot. It was the same today. She looked at the two-person opposite and laughed. You all follow Binggong all day but are not at all bored. Does the officials of Mingqi really like to follow behind other countries' princesses? If so, then it is really too easy for the Mingqi to gain its country. This official's responsibility is to please your Princess Highness. Zi Changwu said, only when your Princess Highness is satisfied, could these officials be at ease. Princess Ming'an sneered. You are not Binggong's officials and Binggong will not accept such idle people. One heard that your residence of the Marquis of Linen had an extraordinary heir, but it is a pity that he died young. Perhaps if it was him, Binggong would consider in letting him be Binggong's official. The two persons that were prostrating had their heads down, but their expressions were hazy. Even though some people died, the shadow left behind would not diminish at all. After Zi Jingxing passing 2 years ago, Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhao had thought that they would no longer need to live under the shadow of Zi Jingxing. However, when others mentioned about the residence of the Marquis of Linen, the first thing that they thought about was still Zi Jingxing. They always said, if that little Zi Marquis was not dead, one do not know how extraordinary he would be today. One fear that the Marquis of Linen would have been extremely proud. They had forgotten that both of them brothers are also young masters of the residence of the Marquis of Linen, but no matter how outstanding they performed, they were unable to exceed the heroism that Zi Jingxing left in the hearts of everyone. Zi Changzhao's gaze flashed and said, older brother was indeed outstanding and even had a great relationship with the formidable great general's daughter, 5th Shen young lady. Speaking of which, it was really fated. When Princess Ming'an heard Shen Miao's name, she was first surprised before her brows went up straight and her tone of voice involuntarily became heavy. What was it? Quickly tell Bingong. Zi Changzhou lifted his head and seemingly looked shocked at Princess Mingan. Does your Princess Highness remember that during the Mingqi's Academy examinations, the matter of the 5th Shen young lady winning first place in the archery challenge? Princess Mingan's expression became increasingly gloomy. When Zi Changzhou said that, it made her think of the moment in the tribute banquet when she competed with Shen Miao and made a fool of herself. She could not wait to tear Shen Miao apart. At that time, after Kai Ling exited the arena, my second older brother wanted to challenge 5th Shen young lady. If my second older brother were to go up, he would definitely be able to make 5th Shen young lady fail, but at that time my eldest brother rushed up and protected Shen young lady by offering himself. Zi Changzhou said. He would forever remember that moment, as it seemed that they were able to be successful in drawing Kai Darren over to their side, but who knew that Zi Jingxing would suddenly jump into it? Even though Zi Jingxing looked like a dissolute on the surface, he had not helped young females in problems. Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou could almost confirm that Zi Jingxing most likely had other feelings for Shen Miao, else he would not have helped Shen Miao out of it. It was because of Zi Jingxing's appearance that both brothers were beaten to the ground by Zi Jingxing during the academy examinations, and almost became a joke. Thus this had become Zi Changwu's and Zi Changzhou's anger that would not be able to dissipate. So it actually turned out to be that. After hearing it, Princess Mingan sneered. It seemed that Zi Jingxing was also not a good thing. To actually hook up with that slut, he deserved to die, and his death is a happy thing. A flash of comfort appeared in Zi Changwu's and Zi Changzhou's eyes. As long as Zi Jingxing's reputation was smeared, and hearing others talking about the bad things of Zi Jingxing, their hearts will be pleased, as if this would help vent out the dissatisfaction in their hearts. Bingong find that Shen Miao is very obtrusive, and if it was not older brother protecting, making Bingong unable to take action, one can already kill her 8 to 10 times over. Princess Mingan was somewhat irritated. That day in the Crown Prince's Eastern Palace, the words that Prince Ruai said echoed in Princess Mingan's ears. Such a good young lady. As luck would have it, this prince also want. She was crazily jealous, and the new and old hatred converged. She could not wait to crush Shen Miao into tens of thousands of pieces. But she was confined by Huang Fuhao, and even if she went out, Huang Fuhao's guards would be beside her, and thus she was unable to do anything. Now that Zi Changzhou mentioned Shen Miao, her vicious emotions were hooked up from her heart. Princess Mingan was arrogant for her entire life, and there was nothing that she was unable to get. Now that Shen Miao became the blocking stone, there was no reason for her to be kept. Suddenly her heart moved and she looked towards Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou. Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou were still kneeling on the ground. Princess Mingan did not let them get up, so they were unable to get up. They were like that the entire day, being very obedient. It was as if no matter what order was given, they would obediently perform it. She suddenly laughed. Princess Mingan picked up a snack and looked carefully at the delicate flower pattern on the snack but said, Zi Changwu, Zi Changzhou, you both have followed Prince Ting for many years, right? Why are you both only still running errands? Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou were startled, as they did not expect that Princess Mingan would suddenly make things difficult for them. But Princess Mingan's words poked their pain points. One had to know that they were already working for Fu Ziyu 2 years ago, but it was all irrelevant stuff. Just like now, there was no difference between the servants in the palace as they served the princess. In their eyes, the reason why Fu Ziyu valued them had nothing to do with themselves at all. Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou were very outstanding in literature and military, but they were unable to break through till now. It was only because they had the position of a Shu son. Princess Mingan's words were laced with ridicule, and although they did not speak, they could not help but show a bit of indignancy on their faces. Princess Mingan said, you both really want to be promoted and kept by Prince Ting's side, so that he will value you seriously and one day be able to soar into the skies, finally breaking away from the humiliating position of a Shu son. The Zi brothers did not speak. Bingong has a method that would let the both of you achieve your wishes. Princess Ming-an spoke slowly and emphasized. Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou looked at each other and bent over, seeking your Princess Highness enlightenment. That is Binggong. Princess Ming-an was in all smiles. Binggong is the Princess of Qin, and now Prince Ding wants a favor from my older brother Crown Prince. Thus you both are here to incur my likes. But if Binggong speak of some favorable words to older brother Crown Prince, and let older brother Crown Prince and Prince Ding matter become successful, Prince Ding would also give the both of you credit. She looked at her fingernails. These few days you both have been doing everything to please Binggong. Is not it all for that? Zi Changzhou and Zi Changwu did not speak. Generally it was like that, but when they were sent over to make Princess Ming-an happy, from the start they did not have any expectations that Princess Ming-an would say anything good for them. One had to know that Princess Ming-an was domineering and looked down on everyone, thus it was a good thing not to provoke her anger. Thus how would one dare to be in her good graces? Zi Changzhou and Zi Changwu were not fools and knew that for Princess Ming-an to suddenly raise this matter, there would bound to be some exchange of terms. Thus they did not speak at the moment. Seeing that both of them were not speaking, Princess Ming-an was somewhat unable to hold back and said it herself. It is only some words from Binggong, but numerous of people were unable to get them. Both of you are not friends or relatives of Binggong. Thus without any rhyme or reason when Binggong speak about you, naturally one must have some compensation. No matter how foolish one act, one could not understand that sentence. Zi Changwu said, "May your Princess Highness instruct." You all also know, Princess Ming-an lifted her little finger and said, that Binggong has always been kind, and have good intentions and thoughts of people. When one came to the Mingqi, to no avail. There would be some slut without eyes that provoke Binggong. Her voice became sharp. Currently Binggong hates Shen Miao, that slut, the most. Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou were aware about the disagreement between Shen Miao and Princess Ming-an. Princess Ming-an was one who dispute over every trifle thing, and since she suffered losses from Shen Miao, naturally she would not let it go. Now that this was the land of the Mingqi, and Shen Miao was not an innocent young lady from a normal family, if there was a real accident, Princess Ming-an would land in a big trouble. Princess Ming-an looked at Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou, and for the first time her gaze was very amiable. I know that both of you are the top talented youths of the Mingqi, with more courage and knowledge than other. One does not know if you are willing to help Binggong with this. Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou were surprised for a moment before Zi Changzhou asked probingly, "What does your Princess Highness plan?" Rest assured, Binggong has a kind heart and do not want her life. Princess Ming-an smiled. However, you have to sell her off to the lowest ranked brothel and wait till she slowly get used to the place. Then find means to get the officials to save her out. The two Zi brothers let out a breath of cold air. A female would be almost destroyed after being sold to the lowest ranked brothel. At the lowest ranked brothel, most of the customers were rough and robbers, and would torture others till one was better dead than alive. Many of the servants who committed wrongs against their masters would die after entering one day. However, Princess Ming-an still specifically instructed not let her die, and wait till Shen Miao was tossed around by enough people and become a walking dead, then let the officials save her out. This was making her to be the object of universal ridicule, and one feared that everyone would know of the fact that the fifth young lady of Mingqi's Shen family had become a prostitute, and their spit would be enough to drown Shen Miao. To let the most honorable young lady to be devastated by the roughest and most brutal of men, one fear that it would be better for Shen Miao to die. Zi Changwu barely forced a smile out. Each one of the Shen family guards are highly skilled in martial arts, so how would one be able to sell the fifth Shen young lady to that place? This is your problem. Princess Ming-an resumed that noble and high appearance. Even though Binggong said that you have the knowledge and guts, how to kidnap Shen Miao would depend on your abilities. Else if everything have to be thought by Binggong, then what use does Binggong have for you both? Seeing that Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou were still hesitant, Princess Ming-an's tone lightened and said temptingly, however, if the matter is successful, Bin Gong will definitely speak well of you all to Prince Ting, and at least let Prince Ting get good jobs for both of you, and it would not be like now, a not high enough nor low enough position. With such a deal, do you still not agree?" Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou looked at one another and saw the entanglement in each other's eyes. Aspirations of the rich were achieved from danger, and people like them who entered the career would desire nothing more than to reach the top. Now Princess Ming-an offered a shortcut for the both of them, seemingly only taking a short amount of time to get a step closer to their dreams. However, kidnapping Shen Miao was indeed not an easy task. Even if the both of them had some of their own people, the Shen family originated from a military lineage and those guards were extraordinary. One feared that any of the guards around Shen Miao was highly skilled in martial arts. Moreover, once Shen Miao disappeared, Shin Zin would definitely lock the entire Ding capital down tightly, and at that time one would need to spend a substantial effort to hide and transport her to a brothel. Upon success, glory and wealth would come pouring in. Upon failure, indefinite difficulties would fall onto them. When Princess Ming-an saw their expressions, she smiled coldly. "Since both of you hesitate, then take it as Bin Gong had never mentioned about this matter before. Opportunity only comes once and Bin Gong will not give a second chance. Both of you withdraw. Both of you are not the only people in Mingji who have knowledge and guts. Bin Gong thinks that there will be someone who is willing to gamble on this fortune. This official is willing." Not waiting for Princess Ming-an to instruct others, Zi Changzhou cried out first as he pulled Zi Changwu. When Zi Changwu saw Zi Changzhou speak, there was no longer any reason to decline. He then bowed down and said, "This official is willing to go through water and tread on fire without hesitation for your Princess Highness." This was the indication of making this deal. Princess Ming-an smiled and said, "Get up. Since you both are putting effort to work for Bin Gong, Bin Gong will not treat you badly. Bin Gong will wait at the residence for your good news," and thus bide one's time. After coming out of Princess Ming-an's residence and returning back to the residence of the Marquis of Linen, the Zi brothers closed the doors of the room and discussed about the matter. Zi Changwu complained, "Third younger brother, you are too impatient to just agree in front of Princess Ming-an. This matter is extremely difficult and if one was not careful, there will be disadvantages." Zi Changzhou disagreed with his words. "Second older brother, the princess had also said that even if we do not do it, she will find someone else to do it. Currently what you and me are lacking is not abilities but opportunity. If it is successful then naturally one would rise directly to a high position. Is not this the result that you and I wish to see?" But Shen Miao is not the daughter of an ordinary family. Zi Changwu sighed. "Even if we are able to kidnap Shen Miao, then Shen Zin would search the entire city so it would not be safe, no matter where we hide her. Is not our residence still available?" Zi Changzhou smiled. Zi Changwu looked at him. "Are you saying, no matter how much Shen Zin searched the entire city, there would be no reason to search our residence? No matter how suspicious he is of others, he would not suspect that it is us that kidnapped Shen Miao. We have no grief with Shen Miao, so why would we kidnap her?" Zi Changzhou smiled. "Absolutely perfect." Zi Changwu, who had some expression of worries, also gradually relaxed and listened to Zi Changzhou speak. "But how to kidnap Shen Miao? It still require both of us to deliberate at length." Shen Miao was not aware of the agreement between the Zi brothers and Princess Ming-an. The light dimmed early during the winter days in the Ding capital, thus not long after dinner, the skies were already dark. As there were more court matters these days, Shen Zin and the rest were so busy that it became advantageous for Shen Miao. However, today she was replying to invitations under the lamp. Feng Anning had sent her a number of invitations, but because she had the matter of Chang Zai King on her mind, she did not go over a single time. She let Lu Tan go over to accompany Feng Anning to window shop all the time, but after a few times, Feng Anning's young lady's temper blew up, and sent her an invitation that she must come out with her to shop in 2 days' time. If not, they would no longer be friends. Shen Miao thought about it and eventually felt that Feng Anning was considered as her friend. In order to maintain this hard-won friendship, she magnanimously prepared to reply to the invitation and agreed to meet with Feng and Ning. After finishing writing, she passed it to Jings, and both Jings and Gu Yu then closed the door and left. Shen Miao yawned for a few times and decided to rest early, so she headed towards her bed. When she reached the side of the bed, she saw that something was rolled up into a ball at the corner of the bed, moving under the blanket. Shen Miao jumped in shock. Just now when Jings and Gu Yu were in the room, they did not detect anything that came in. Suddenly a strange thought appeared in her mind and a layer of goosebumps appeared. However, after a moment she calmed down again. Speaking of which, she was one who had died once before, so even if she were to see a ghost, it was something not to be afraid of. She immediately went to the side of the bed and lifted the blanket. Under the blanket there was a cat-like thing. Its fur was a rarely seen snow-white color and was a shaggy mess. Being cold after someone lifted the blanket, it paused first before looking up to see her. For a moment Shen Miao was startled. That thing was running over with joy on her bed and quickly bit the sleeves of her middle clothes. Upon closer view, it was a white tiger. Shen Miao went crazy. From where did this white tiger came from? She then heard a person chuckling from the dark corner. Zhao Zhao. Shen Miao unconsciously turned around, but saw the white tiger cub that bit her sleeves suddenly stood up and ran towards the other side. Under the light, his purple robes were brightly lit, and the golden embroidered dragon prints were glittering. His appearance was coated with a layer of warmth by the candlelight, making him so beautiful that it seemed that she was not a person of this world. Zi Jingxing leaned over and picked up the white tiger that was biting the corner of his robes and carried it with his sleeves. Naughty! Shen Miao blinked before she suddenly reacted. She saw the white tiger's head revealing from his sleeves and said incredulous, "What did you call it?" Zhao Zhao. Zi Jingxing's eyebrows curved up and he walked over unhurriedly before even asking, "Is it very fitting?" Shen Miao was so angry that she did not want to talk to him. To use her little name for a beast's name. Was Zi Jingxing a human? Zi Jingxing walked familiarly to the stool to sit and poured a cup of tea for himself before saying, "The tea is still warm." "It seemed that you are very thoughtful of me," Shen Miao said. "Shameless. How would there be such a shameless man like this in the world?" But Zi Jingxing looked at the few chrysanthemum cookies and said, "Oh, still prepared snacks. But I am not hungry, so it is tough for you." That was the snacks that Jings prepared, fearing that Shen Miao would be hungry at night, and Zi Jingxing actually thought they were prepared for him. Shen Miao looked coldly at Zi Jingxing. With this person being like this, it was better for her not to speak. "It is tiring these few days," Zi Jingxing said. "Fortunately one can rest at your place for a while." "Many thanks." Shen Miao's heart moved. Zi Jingxing had not come over for many days already. Even though she was not accustomed of him coming unsolicited at night, at this moment some thoughts appeared in her mind. She asked, "What have you done?" Zi Jingxing smiled, but it was not a smile as he looked at her. "Again trying to dig information from me." Shen Miao did not say anything. "It is not fair to be always like this," Zi Jingxing said leisurely. "You know a lot of my secrets, but I know nothing about you. Why not you talk about your stuff?" Shen Miao rolled her eyes at Zi Jingxing. In her heart, one knew that Zijing Crossing had the Fengxian pawn shop, an intelligence station, under him, and all of the big and small matters of the Mingqi were well in the palm of his hands. Yet he still shamelessly said that he knew nothing. Shen Miao felt that Zi Jingxing was even more dangerous. "Prince Ru, I can go and look for Manager Ji for any inquiries," Shen Miao coolly said. "Manager Ji would be pleased to inform your highness." "Manager Ji does not ask about matters of the wind and moon," Zi Jingxing said. "The things that this prince want to know, Manager Ji would not be able to answer, and only you are able to tell this prince." Shen Miao asked, "What do you want to know?" Zi Jingxing touched his chin and took a good and leisurely look at Shen Miao and suddenly asked, "Do you like Fu Ziyu Yi?" Shen Miao was slightly stunned. She thought that Zi Jingxing would ask her some inexplicably weird questions. After dealing with Zi Jingxing for all these years, she was clearly aware that the previous understanding she had in her previous life was very superficial. A young talent that passed before his time was not the best description of him. Zi Jingxing was an intelligent and dangerous hunter. Thus if one had a bad sense of grasp, it would be very easy for that hunter to take advantage of one's weakness. She was clear that she had already revealed a lot of information, and also made mistakes that would cause Zi Jingxing to be suspicious. She even wondered how would she reply when Zi Jingxing asked her about how she knew about the future knowledge. However, she did not expect that Zi Jingxing would ask her an unrelated question. Why about if she liked Fu Ziyu? What did it got to do with the grand plan of the world? Shen Miao asked. Why ask this? When Zi Jingxing did not answer after a long while, Shen Miao turned her head over and coincidentally met his gaze. Under the light, Zi Jingxing was staring at her sideways. He was originally handsome and moving thus at this moment under the light. His black pupils were like stars, as if the stars that filled the skies were incomparable to his gaze. However, in that brightness, there was some sense of sharpness which made others unable to look away, and became firmly locked by him. That gaze seemed to contain something else, as if it was questioning another thing. The overbearingness and that unavoidable attitude made one's eyebrows perk up. Why was he not answering this? Shen Miao heard her heart beating violently and she had a moment of panic. This long-standing voice came from her chest and made her helpless, but she did not display the conflict. In the cold winter nights and with the dark candle lightly lit, the youth's gaze was sharp, as if everything was in sight as his lips gently hooked up. Achoo! One did not know when the dust had landed on the white tiger's nose in Zi Jingxing's embrace and she sneezed, awakening the two persons who were silent. Shen Miao recovered to her senses. Your pet is sick. She avoided the question without a trace. Zi Jingxing did not continue to harp on the topic, and on the contrary picked the white tiger up and looked into her eyes, so delicate. Not sure who was he talking about. Shen Miao took a deep breath, as she feel that Zi Jingxing has ill intentions when naming this white tiger with her little name. In the future when others scold this beast, Shen Miao would inevitably think about herself. Thinking about that, she had some unhappiness on the white tiger and Zi Jingxing also became unpleasant to her eyes. Since it is so delicate, then let Imperial Physician Jiao take a look at it. Shen Miao said mockingly. In any case, Imperial Physician Jiao has a high level of medical skills. It is the same treating beast and people. Zi Jingxing smiled. Jiao do not like Imperial Physician Jiao and only like to stick to this prince. Shen Miao glared at him. Zi Jingxing must have done it on purpose. Prince Ruai is not leaving? Shen Miao said, I want to rest. Zi Jingxing was displeased. Have time to travel with Feng and Ning for the entire day but chase this prince out after a while. Really do not have loyalty. Even though he said that, he stood up from his seat and walked towards the window. Suddenly he remembered something and turned back to stand by the bed and said, about that question, tell this prince in the future. His figure disappeared from the window. Shen Miao walked over to close the window and blew out the lights before going up to bed. The entire room fell into silence, as if the person who just came was an illusion. Only the cup of tea remaining on the table reminded one that this was not a dream. Everything was very real. It is just. On the bed, Shen Miao's hand was on top of her heart. Just now it was violently beating and it has not subsided till now. It was not an illusion,